Okay, let's get cooking, you guys. So, hey, I am Nikki Warren, and I am the founder of Kaya. It's always funny for me to say that I'm the founder of Kaya because there's so many of us that have found this incredible, beautiful sisterhood, and I just get to be the lucky lady that gets that on her name tag. But when we started Kaya as a sisterhood and as a already as a team of women who just want to just be a little better, be a little happier, be kinder to ourselves, and really make the most out of this life. So, just a little bit about me. I'm the oldest of five girls, and that's why I'm so passionate about creating a sisterhood and creating a tribe of women who support you no matter what you do, no matter if you are down in the dumps. I was actually reading a book last night when I went to bed. My mom got me a book. It's called Happiness, and one of the big key factors in like your level of happiness, the science research shows, is that you have a group of people that you know, if things go bad in your life, that you can reach out to and that will have your back no matter what. And when I read that, it made my whole heart happy because I know for sure that you guys have my back. I'm not expected to be perfect, nor are you, but we show up for one another. We show up just as authentic as we can as ourselves, and learn to take good care of ourselves, learn to push everything away, but really learn how to be good friends and learn how and what it feels like to support other people. And then I had a girlfriend, one of our Kaya girls, come into class today, and she said the same thing. Unfortunately, it's been really heartbreaking as her husband passed away just a couple of weeks ago. And she said, I have never felt so much love coming to me from not just my Kaya, not just Minden and Carson, but Kaya girls all over were reaching out and just telling me how much they care for me, sending me meals. And it just like, it really resonated so deep with me after reading the book yesterday. And I think where we are in the world today, we I know that we valued it before, but the value of good friends, the value of like minded people standing together to really push towards a goal is so incredibly powerful right now. So thank you guys so much for being a Kaya sister, for showing up for yourself, for doing everything that you can to just be kind to yourself, to set really worthy goals, and to move forward in life feeling supported. And also, thank you so much for being here with me tonight because I know everybody's busy. We all have stuff going on. We're either getting home from work, or we've got kiddos in the house, or we're trying to, get to bed so we can get up for that 5 a.m. class. And I really, really appreciate you guys showing up tonight. So go ahead and grab your pen, grab your piece of paper. I'm going to fly through the manual, and then at the end, I'm just going to ask you guys some questions. So if you haven't yet, it's not too late into the chat to chat where you're calling in from, and maybe just one goal that you want to set for this 2021 year, which is so incredibly important. So this spark the resolution is, for me, every time I think about just the inspiration that I need when I feel like life is getting hard, or that that feeling of like, just keep going. I feel that spark. So I want you to just close your eyes for a second, or just kind of sit back and get comfortable in your chair, taking a deep breath. And I just want you to breathe into your heart for a second. You could put your hand on your heart or whatever feels good to you. But just breathe into that space in your lungs, that space in your heart. Relaxing your shoulders. And then just feel a little spark of enthusiasm, like a spark of just like an intense feeling. Because everything in life that's created, small or big, always starts from this heart space. It starts from like an inspiration of like, what do you want in this beautiful, crazy life that we live? And it's so easy to let our minds become negative. If we, especially right now, right? We watch the news, we're nervous about different things, and our mind can just start circling this drain. So take that second and feel a spark of something new coming into your life. What do you want in this year? And when we set our goals, quite honestly, we should set our goals for 1 to 5 years out. So we're going to talk right now about 6 weeks and about what we can accomplish in 6 weeks. We're going to talk about like creating new habits and having that spark of enthusiasm to get us going. But what really happens when we want to set real long lasting goals, right? We don't diet. We eat healthy. We work towards letting go of self limiting doubts and really grasping on to our own personal power. But what it takes is it takes more than just that little burst of enthusiasm. It takes thinking about this is 1 year out, this is 2 years out, this is 3 years out. If it took you 3 years, so say whatever, you set a goal. So I'm looking at Val's goal, and her goal is to get her microbiome working more effectively after all the holiday stuff. So if you're working on so your microbiome, just in case you don't know what that is, your microbiome, you're actually dropped a chair over there. You're actually more like bacteria than you are human cells. And if you put your hands on your gut, so put your hands on your stomach, take a big breath. And when you think about your intestines, how it absorbs your food, turns it into energy, uses this food to create serotonin. So there's more happy serotonin drugs that are the natural ones that are released in your gut than in your brain. So if you're looking at Val's goal, or if you've already set your goal, if you're thinking, I want to have I want to be a happier human. So I'm going to set my goal for these 6 weeks to eat more veggies that feed your gut, to kick out the sugar that feeds your microbiome. But really, in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years down the line is where you're going to really see some big, big changes. So I want everybody to write this down really quick. Write this down. With consistency comes change. So, with consistency comes change. By you just showing up, by you being brave to write your resolution goals. It like saddened me when I was looking at research that it's like 75% of male or females from the age of 19 to 25 set resolutions. And then it significantly drops into like 15%. And what science shows is that we start feeling like we set goals, we don't accomplish them, and we throw them away, and then we get discouraged. But what I want to encourage you to do and encourage your friends and anybody who will listen is setting a goal, and it is never a failure. Never a failure. So maybe you're not going, maybe you won't get the exact goal, but I want you to also think about that you're spiraling up as slowly or as quickly as your beautiful life has in store for you, but you're spiraling up. And the more that we can take the time to set goals and then understand the science behind your mind to help you accomplish these goals, the more that you'll believe in yourself, and then the more that you'll get excited about these resolutions, you'll get excited about BRICS, you'll get excited about coming in and setting really good, beautiful goals for yourself, your family, your future. and you know you'll have the confidence that you will accomplish these. A lot of times, people overestimate what they can accomplish in 6 weeks, and they underestimate what they can accomplish in a longer amount of time, like 1 year. So when you're thinking about setting these resolution goals and this spark is 6 weeks. We're going to do this together. We're going to spark these new habits, new rituals. We're going to work together to create an easy way of adding in the good, pushing out the bad, and then we're going to look forward to 1 year, 3 year, 5 years to really know, like, okay, because we know, right? We're going to work out every day for the rest of our life till the day we die. You can't work out for 6 weeks and then stop, go drink beer, eat pizza, and sit on the couch and think that your results won't be gone in 1 week, because unfortunately they will. So it's not that you're never able to like have pizza and drink beer, but we teach ourselves that moderation, setting goals, and pushing forward, that again, like write this down also, is we don't diet, we just eat healthy. Just be kind to yourself. Take the stress out and be as kind as you can to yourself. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in. So getting the most out of BRIK, give me a woo, woo, raise the roof, because you're making it to orientation. Oh yeah. So make sure that you are taking the time through orientation to write down your goals, and then give me a thumbs up in the chat if you've already done your assessment. So maybe you did your in-body, your measurements. Give me a thumbs up if you've already got your assessments done. Now, if you're all virtual, there's a video in your My Coach app, which I'll go over. There's a video. Yes, Sharon, awesome. Thank you so much. There's a video in the My Coach app that shows you how to do your own physical assessments. So your measurements from your calf, your thighs, your hips, your stomach, your chest. So Lindsay, we can help you get your measurements done. Yes, Nancy just got them done today. Ethel got them. Great. If you haven't, and you are Stephanie's in, if you have not got your assessments done and you guys are in studio, then you can just reach out to one of your coaches, to one of your owners. If you are at home, again, watch that video. Make sure that you do your assessments. Now, please do before and afters. And the only reason I want you to do them is because you really see your body changing in a very short amount of time. So 6 weeks is a short amount of time, right? Like time goes by really fast. You'll either do it or you won't. You're going to blink your eyes and BRIK's going to be over. So what I want you to do is, you can just wear like a sports bra and shorts or a swimsuit, whatever you want to do, but do front, side, and back before photos. And then when you consistently work out, your body will change. And sometimes your body doesn't change on the scale. It will change in measurements, right? Because a pound of fat is the size of a cantaloupe. A pound of muscle is the size of a baseball. So your body is going to start chiseling and look different, especially if you're adding a lot of vegetables into your diet, like Diana's goal. The more vegetables that you eat, the more chiseled your muscles become, because you're giving them all of the nutrients, and the fiber pulls away the fat, especially around your belly. So it pulls away the visceral fat and really helps sculpt your body. So do your before and afters, do your assessments, and every year keep them in your Kaya binder, or if you keep them at your location, so you can look that and you can see that you are spiraling up. So many times as women, we look for the things that we're not doing well. And what we want to do is teach ourselves first, and then teach others to be kind to ourselves, to be kind to our body. With consistency comes change. You just show up, you gently do the work. Maybe you slide back a little bit, but then you go forward a little bit more, and you will see that change from your assessments to your before pictures. And of course, we would always love to use them for a testimonial if you ever want to share them with us, or because that really helps show other people and inspire other people to do this, because it's not just about you. It's not just about me. It's about inviting friends to join us. We want them to join Kaya, but if they're not where a Kaya is, they could join us virtually, or whatever they're doing, invite them to start this change inside everybody across hopefully the United States and the world, because everybody sees now. It is upsetting to me that through COVID, that everybody's not talking more about the importance of being healthy. Like, they're giving all the scare factors. They're telling us how to, like, of course, which is important, wash your hands, keep spatial distance, wear your mask. All of that's very important. But what is also equally as important, if not more important, and I know you know this, is our health, our mental health and our physical health. Because then if something does come our way, any type of viruses, we're able to fight it off, we're able to bounce back quicker, and we're able to get back to our normal state of being. So please, 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 you guys, invite somebody. It's not too late. BRIK doesn't start till the 11th, but they can even start week 2, week 3. It doesn't matter. We want them to start anytime. Okay, I'm always like, ding, ding, ding. Okay, back to our nutrition plan. Now, studies show that if you journal what you eat, you will get 60% better results. Now, for me, that's very difficult. And I always choose to journal on the MyFitnessPal, because then you can share it with your coaches. You can see how many grams of fiber you're getting. But what I do, because it's hard for me to consistently journal for 6 weeks, is I choose our 2 detox weeks. So I choose week 2 and week 5. And I'm really good about tracking my food, and I can look at my macros. I can make sure that I am um, my calories are good and all of that, but we don't want you to count calories. What we want you to do is eat lots of good whole foods. We want you to start taking and crowding out the sugar, the alcohol. I know everybody's like, alcohol, but it is important to show yourself that you can quit alcohol for a certain amount of time. A lot of people right now are doing like the dry January. So if you want to do 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or the full 6 weeks, it is important to think about what you want to crowd out, because right? We know what is not feeling right in our body. So we're asking you to food journal if you want to the whole time, or you can do it week 2 and week 5, like I do. And then just write down, like, how are you feeling at the end of your day? Because when you eat healthy, it's literally like one day and you're like, I feel lighter, I feel better, I feel happier. Now, that being said, detox is hard if you're detoxing alcohol, caffeine, sugar. So this week is our prep week. We're rolling into BRIK starting on the 11th. So this is a perfect opportunity to slowly wean yourself off, to note and journal how you're feeling, and start getting used to journaling. Um, One thing that we really want you to commit to is drinking half your body weight in ounces of water. So if you don't mind, everybody in your journal, write down what that is. So whatever your body weight is, put it in half, and that's how many ounces of water that you'll drink a day. And if that feels like too many, drink like 8 glasses of water a day. Always drink a water when you wake up. So you're like, when you wake up, you're like, you're like a little beautiful flower. But when you wake up, you're like a dried flower. So everything is like crunchy. And then you drink lemon water, you drink a big glass of water, and all of a sudden, like, your petals are beautiful, everything is brighter colors. So make sure that you drink that water first thing when you wake up. And then track your successes. This is one thing as your coach that is the most important thing that you do. When you do something good, take a second. So right now, you showed up to orientation, you're journaling your goals. Take a second, roll your shoulders down and back, take a deep breath, and just say like, this is good. This is like me. It's like me to show up. I'm like, what night are we on? A Thursday night, and really think about what I want to do for this next year. Every time after a workout, sit for a second and just thank your body for working out. When you drink a glass of water, when you eat vegetables, hey, that's like me. That's like me. Okay, I'm going to start jamming through this. So give me a thumbs up if you've already got an accountability partner. So your accountability buddy, we usually suggest you get 4 because you know how it is. People are like in and out and at different spots in their lives. And we really want to make sure that you have somebody that sticks with you all the way to the end. So if you already have your accountability buddy, we're going to text them at the end of the night, and just real simple. It doesn't have to be a lot. Thumbs up if you had a great night, maybe thumbs down if you had a bad day, and then just keep each other accountable. So, Sharon, it's perfect to have one accountability partner, but you might want to add a few more in, like Emily, add a few more in to your group. And then I suggest doing that real simple text. Don't let it be overwhelming at the end of the night. How'd you do? How do you feel? And then the next day, you can start in the morning, write your goals, and just take one day at a time. Be super simple. So, everybody, Marguerite, yay, I love it. She's a great accountability partner. And so are you, Janine. Okay, so, and Carlsbad, Kaifet Carlsbad, they're doing groups, which is awesome. I love it. So, what I suggest for your workouts is I want us collectively to move and exercise every single day. So rest is equally as important, but you can still move your body and be resting a certain muscle group. So going to a cross training class is going to be much different on your body than going to a bar class or a yoga class or going for a walk with a friend or going for a jog or going for a cycle. So all of these count. But what I want you to do is look on your Kaya Fit app. So if you don't have your Kaya Fit app, and I can't go through all the little details because we'll be here all night long, and I think I only have like 10 more minutes with you guys. So book your classes out for the week, but please make sure that if you're not going to come, you early cancel, because of our class sizes are all smaller. Some of us are outdoors, some of us are virtual, but you can book your classes all the way through the week and then make that plan and make them non-negotiable. Get your workout clothes, pack, put them on the dryer or wherever you end up like getting dressed. For me, because I get up really early, I go in the laundry room, I have my workout clothes set out. So have all of your workout clothes there. And then at the end of the week, they're all gone, but make it non-negotiable. Your workouts are non-negotiable. And the best thing about Kaya, and I know that you guys agree with this, is you can show up completely brain dead. You can roll out of bed, or you can get off work, or you can come in at lunch, and all you have to do is get your clothes on, grab your water, and show up. And then we give that workout to you. You don't have to worry about what you need to do, legs day, am I overworking this? Am I underworking this? You have a coach there that helps you work the proper muscles again. So you build that lean muscle, rev up your metabolism. And if you look over here to the right, is our focus is faster, better, stronger. So we're really working on those fast twitch muscle fibers. So when you're thinking, and it doesn't have to be like hard plyometrics, it doesn't have to be running, but we do want you to have bursts of energy. So like those high intensity, those HIIT workouts where your heart rate goes really high and your muscles are burning and you're like, ah, and then you get a second and then you can calm down. You're building those fast twitch muscle fibers, which is increases your metabolism, builds lean muscle, and then you more effectively burn calories all day long. Or if you work out at night, all night long, right? Naomi, I just saw that you logged on after our workout. So once you work out, then your body is busy building muscle while you're doing other things. You're sitting on the couch, you're working, whatever that is. So, what I want you to do with your workouts is when you are on your own, think about how you can increase those fast twitch fibers, increase your metabolism by doing bursts of energy. So, if you're in your Kaya class, we'll do it for you. Don't even worry about it. But if you're out on your own and you're walking, look up at a pole and power walk as fast as you possibly can. Get to the pole, walk to the next one. Same thing with running. Same thing with if you're doing anything on your own. Little bursts of energy, half the time of rest. Bursts of energy, half the time of rest. Okay? Thumbs up. Sounds good? So, your fitness goal, you're going to just show up to your class. We'll help you with that. But I would like for you guys to write down what you want. So, if you did the vision board workshop with me, if not, it's in your welcome email. Or Deb, did you also put it on our VIP Facebook page? You can just thumbs up or thumbs down.
I will tonight.
Okay. So there's a recorded version of the vision boards. I do a really simple board that I like to look at and it makes me happy. And then I take this and I create a working plan. Okay. So Heidi's asking where she can download the BRIK manual. So Heidi, did you get the welcome email? And then Deb, maybe you can chat in there too and help her out with that. Okay, so this is the manual. Make sure that you guys get the manual. Make sure that you get the welcome email because that has all of the details from your My Coach app, from the VIP Facebook page. So there's a separate Facebook page every time for BRIK, for only BRIK members to join. And that's where we get all of our motivation. That's where we post what, like how you're doing, what you're eating. You could ask private questions, all that good stuff. Okay, so I'm not going to go through each part of this because I really want you to read the manual. But what I want you to do is redefine fast food. And I want you to create simple meals that do not stress you out and that you know that you can be consistent with. So human beings are very habitual and we like kind of doing the same thing. So yes, of course we get bored, but if you think about like, okay, the night before, so for me, because I work early, I always make my steel cut oats in a jar and I make my smoothie and I put it in the refrigerator and I don't even have to think about it. That's just what I do. It's what I eat. And I shake up my steel cut oats by like chia seed and cinnamon and nutmeg and walnuts sometimes and almonds sometimes and blueberries and raspberries and raisins. And so it can be all different, but I do the same thing almost every time. And it's extremely fast. I can work out and then I have my meal ready to go for me. So I want you to think about prepping your veggies first because we're in habits of like whatever you're going to eat, you're most likely going to eat. So you don't have to like shake up your world. If you're going to, you make tacos, if you're going to do like your spaghetti, maybe you switch it with like some quinoa pasta. But what I want you to do is this fast food is what I want you to spend your time on prepping. And again, like what I was talking about earlier, is the more veggies that we eat, and fruit is fine. There's no reason you can't eat fruit. I don't think you should put a lot of fruit in your smoothies. I think that your smoothies should be mostly green, and that you should eat your fruit because you can end up having like 2 or 3 bananas where normally if you're eating a banana, you would eat one or you'd eat half a banana or something like that. So when you're thinking about your fast food, have these things on hand. We do want to be mindful when it comes to nuts and seeds. And my rule personally for my nuts and seeds is I put them in my food so I don't overeat them because I can easily sit mindlessly and eat 3,000 calories. I'm not kidding you, of walnuts. So I put my walnuts in my salad. And then it's also the food combination is really, really where you're absorbing more of like the calcium because the nuts and the seeds and the omegas work really well with like kale and spinach and those type of things. So when you're thinking about fast food, just maybe make a couple lists as we're talking right now. I do eat like the boxed soups because a lot of times I'm at work, I'm busy. So I'll make one big soup on Sunday. Like today, I actually made Darnette big soup for her and her family. And it was so easy. I made it in between meetings and it took me 20 minutes, and it was like a coconut, and it was not a like a fast food one. It was like a really good one. It took me 20 minutes and I did it on my break in between my day. So thinking about list the things that you can do to help yourself simplify your life and not get overwhelmed with tons of recipes, not get overwhelmed unless you want to do that. Like, through COVID, I've actually become a better cook because I take like 2 nights a week or 3 nights a week and I find better things. Okay, we talked about journaling. So read over this journaling. This is where I want you to spend some time this week before BRIK kicks off and really ask yourself, like, what I think it's very important for us not to feel guilty about things, not to hold on to like the things that we don't do well, but what do we like about our diet? What is the things that you think that you're doing well? Um, for me, what I think I do well is I think that I always do breakfast well. So whether, whatever time that is, because that's very easy for me. And I always drink my water. I'm very proud of myself for that. Like Diana, my BRIK goal is to eat my vegetables first. So I'm going to front load my vegetables, which means my cauliflower, whatever that is, I'm going to eat my vegetables first, and then I'm going to eat whatever comes next. What do you regularly crave? So these are really good questions to ask yourself. So if you're craving a lot of sugar, it could just be because we just got out of the holidays and there's nothing but sugar around and you've got a slight addiction to sugar, but we're going to get rid of that because we're going to commit to it. We're going to crowd it out with blueberries, raspberries, herbal teas, that sweet and spicy tea. You can get it at Costco. Do you guys like that? Ethel, it's so good, huh? It's like my favorite. It's like like what I end almost every day with. I'm like, I hope there's not too much of this because I love it so much. So I like herbal teas that have that like sweet and yummy taste to it. Will help your cravings. If I'm craving like chips or popcorn or something like that, I know usually I have a lot of anxiety. Maybe I had a hard day or something. So I will go to crunchy vegetables like carrots and cucumbers and celery to kind of release that tension in my jaw and put a little like Tabasco on them and make them kind of taste a little bit like chips. How many hours are you sleeping? Let me see your fingers. Uh, Type it in. 7. Yep, good. 7 to 8. 8. Good, Deb. Awesome. Which is a feat because Deb gets up so early. So that takes a lot. Heidi, 6. Jennifer, awesome. Yep, yep, yep. So if you're sleeping 6 hours, what I suggest is just going to bed 5 minutes early for this week, and then maybe go 5 minutes earlier and see if you can sneak yourself into like 6.5, because 7 hours is really, really a good spot. I always plan for 8, but I usually get 7. And if I get 6, I'll try to make it up on the next night. So, and a lot of times, so like if you guys are getting like consistent 6, if you're sleeping really well, so if you're not having hormonal issues, if you have a really good comfy bed, if it's dark in the room and you're sleeping like REM sleep for 6 hours, that could be sufficient. Everybody's different, but you have to gauge like, are you gaining weight and you don't really understand why? Are you like feeling fatigued at a certain time? So just ask yourself these questions because sleep is really, really important. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about like when you feel guilty about foods, like what foods you feel guilty about, and then what situation could you eat these foods and not feel guilty about. So I'll feel guilty if I eat like 5 to 10 Christmas cookies. I'm like, Nicole. That's what I call myself when I'm in trouble. Nicole. Like that I feel bad. I don't feel good. But if I had one cookie and I had a great like day, I wouldn't feel guilty about it at all. I know I'd burn it off. I worked out. I wasn't obsessed with it. So that's where I know personally. So take the time. This is so important to really think about these goals. So food that energize you, foods that make you feel pampered. So for me, I feel really pampered when I take the time to sit down and eat a meal. When I make soups, that makes me feel really like pampered. Um when I like have like a big bowl of like yummy oatmeal and it's like warm, it's not just cold and I'm like scarfing it down. So those are the times that I feel really pampered. And then what are we going to do? Like what can we do to change your diet just a little bit to make you feel healthier and happier and more energetic? Because we are what we eat, and our body is a reflection of how we feel. And again, with consistency comes change. This 6 weeks, we're going to start simple. So take a big breath. Just focus on one thing that you're going to do really well for yourself, not about perfection, but we're going to crowd out maybe some of the things that have snuck in through the holidays. We're going to go back to our roots of what makes us feel good, what makes us feel satisfied. And then for me, I have to be very disciplined not to eat in my car because I'm in my car a lot. I have to be very disciplined not to eat when I'm stressed because that is kind of a go to for me. And when I eat, I ask myself first, are you hungry or do you need a walk? And there's a big difference between those two. Are you hungry or do you need to call a friend? And trying to pull ourselves away from the emotional eating, teaching ourselves to eat when we're truly hungry. And then when we're not, what are we missing as far as nutrients? It could be connection with other people. And that's why accountability partners and friendships are so important. Okay, you guys are awesome. Thank you for hanging with me. Um, okay, since we're talking about food, Diana, let's do it. So I'm going to go through each of these, but we don't need to do this like really in depth because you choose if you want to use your My Coach app or Facebook. So in the VIP page under units is I think meal swapping is amazing. I think doing so Diana asked what do you think about meal swapping? I think it's so great to bring big soups and do soup swaps, to do like different things. Oh, COVID. Good question. Darn COVID, it always sabotages us, huh? Good question, Diana. Probably no soup swapping unless you yeah, I think no soup swapping this time. But spring, everybody will kind of get the vaccine and we'll like all be like back to soup swapping again. But we can instead let's do on the VIP page, let's soup swap or recipe swap on there and say this is the recipe that I love. Here's my gift to you, and then we can do it that way. That might be good. We're getting so creative with all this COVID stuff, huh? Okay, so week 1, which starts on the 11th, this week, you get your measurements, you set your goals, you do your vision boards, you like get yourself all ready for the first week. And then week 1 in your My Coach app, you have a lesson every day, or in your Facebook page, you have a lesson every day that you can check. They're same lesson, so you don't need to do both, just whichever one makes you like works best for you. And we're just piloting the Facebook, so we really want your feedback on it to see if you like it. But this week we're focusing on building your immune system. So we're stocking up on all the foods that build our immune system, and I am Oh, is that tomorrow morning? Tomorrow morning, I'm doing at 8 a.m. on my Coach Nikki Warren page. I'm going to go over how to build your immune system and what that looks like for prep week. So 8 a.m. I'll see you there. Okay, so this is really it. Everything else is very, very important. So please read through it. How to make a brick bowl. I live on these. Your meal plan, your kind of bases. You can print out any of this stuff. Your goals. So this goal sheet, I always set this goal sheet out. I write my personal brick goals on this goal sheet, and then I just give myself a little happy face on the certain days that I do it. And there's our 10 commandments that are just kind of just guidelines that make us feel good. So I'd love to answer any questions. If you need to go, thank you guys so much for being part of this brick. I'm so proud of you guys. So yes, Lindsay, yes, thank you for that. So Coach Nikki Warren on Facebook. If you're personal friends with me, that's not the page. So it's Coach Nikki Warren is my public page. I go live there for Monday motivation. That's just a 5-minute, like, here's Monday. What are we going to do with our week? And then Friday is a little more in depth. It's like 15 or 20 minutes, and we really get gritty on some good things. So if there's anything that you want me to talk about, that you want me to research and you want me to bring to you, you can either, a lot of you guys have my cell phone number. You can text me, you can email me, you can message me on Facebook, all of these things. If there's anything, or you can type it right in, I'll put it in my notes and I'll get it out there for you. Does anybody else have any questions? 35 to 40 grams of fiber. That's just lots of legumes, lentils, beans, so many good cruciferous vegetables. Spice up your water, make it fun, maybe add some chlorophyll to it, all kinds of good stuff. And you can unmute yourself on your end too if you guys want to. Everybody feeling good? Hi, I got to see your guys' face. I turned the page. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Lindsay. I was on. Hi, great to see you guys. Oh, thank you, Diana, so much for showing up tonight. I know how busy you guys are, and I really hope this time was valuable for you. I hope it was helpful. I always appreciate feedback. So the more that you can tell me how I can be helpful, how I can make things really help you become your ultimate you, is it makes my heart so happy. I never take it as a criticism. I always take it as helpful. So reach out to me and let me know how I can serve you. I'm honored to be your coach for these next 6 weeks, actually for your whole life. We're going to be together. So for the next 6 weeks, just let us know how we can help you. We're here for you. If you have any technical issues, thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate it. Yay, lots of notes. I love it. Don't forget to grab your accountability partner. Need to work on eating 3 hours before you go to bed. So one app I use, and I don't know if you guys are overwhelmed with apps, but I use the Zero app, Nancy, and it populates on your watch too. So if I know I'm going to go to bed at 9 o'clock, that'd be awesome, huh? Then I set my Zero app for 6 p.m. and I have my last meal and everything done by 6. It's just Zero. That's all it is on the app. I set my fast, and then I do whatever it is, 12 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours, just kind of depending on the day from there. So that helps me. It's really important to stop eating the 3 hours before we go to bed, because it gives our pancreas, our digestive system, everything time to calm down, get us ready for sleep. And then when we wake up in the morning, we're hungry, and then our system's ready to burn some food. So thanks, you guys. Okay, looking forward to BRIK 2. And Carla, I know that you're doing the virtual BRIK. Thank you so much for doing that. Thanks, Val. Yay. Oh, you're very, very welcome. Val, thank you so much. I keep meaning to call you. Thank you so much for bringing food to my sister, Becca. That was so, so, so kind of you to deliver her food around the holidays. Okay, I love you guys. Happy New Year. Happy 2020. Set your goals. Make it awesome. Thank you, Nancy. Mwah. Bye. Oh, if you're still on, I'm going to start doing, not tomorrow, but next Friday, a 9 a.m. virtual workout, and we're going to work on bone density. So it's going to be strength training. You don't need heavy weights at home, just little dumbbells. But if you do have a bar, a light bar, or like light or heavy dumbbells, I'm going to start doing virtual workout with you guys 9 a.m. on Fridays, bone density class. And it's also recorded, so you can watch it on Get Kaya Fit later. Okay. Love you guys. Happy BRIK. Bye.